How's everybody doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
Felipe Franks, what's your opinion on?
He's got a strong arm. He can make all the throws. I think if there's any indication of the first game, he's improved from last year.
Did they look like a Mississippi State offense in the first game, or was it hard? Were they pretty vanilla?
There was definitely
they were playing.
I mean, there was definitely, you know, some of the concepts that we've seen Coach Mullins have before. You could definitely see it's the same type of system.
And what you were able to get Chris and DeAndre out there, how did they play in the opener?
They did some good things and some things they got to learn from. You know, they played like you'd expect somebody in their first college game. Certainly not displeased with either one, but a lot of room for growth.
How did you think your defensive line played today?
I thought at times we played well, and at times we left some plays out on the field. You know, that was the kind of the battle cry on Sunday and Monday is there's so much we could do better that we, you know, didn't capitalize on certain opportunities.
Are you talking about like tackles for loss plays?
Absolutely.
Big plays you could have, that line could have made?
That we could have made, and not just the line, really the front seven.
I think it was 7 or 9 guys who had tackles on that interior defensive line group.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were talking about in the preseason, just having so many different bodies you could sort of run up?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things right now that you have to do in college football is develop depth so those guys, they don't get wore down. You know, wore down in the game and wore down in the season, especially in our league where it's such a line of scrimmage league.
With the new coaching staff, is it more important to look at last year's Florida film or Mississippi State film in preparing for Saturday?
I think you got to look more at this year's Florida film and last year's Mississippi State film. I mean, it's a totally different offense than they ran last year. In the summer, we studied last year's Florida film just for personnel, but you can't get anything other than personnel off of it.
Can you explain what's different about it?
What's different about the offense compared to last year? I mean, the quarterback run game, the RPOs. I mean, it's really night and day different.
From our observation, it looks like you all tackle better this Saturday than you have in the past. Is that true, or would you say that?
I mean, I was pleased for the most part with our tackling, but it's also a big point of emphasis. I mean, it's something we practice every day. You know, certainly in order to have success in this game, we're going to have to play well in space and tackle.
What did you see on the Chris Westry targeting play? Sort of, what was the explanation? And you know,
I think it was just. I think it was number one. It was. I mean, it was an obvious target. It's going to get called 100 times out of 100 times, and really, Chris has just got to understand not only the situation, but where the hitting zone is. You know, and that hitting zone changes, and then situational awareness. I mean, you know, that's a shot. Not only is it illegal, but we're off the field. It's a hit that was unnecessary on a scoring drive.
Andrew Toney, he didn't play in the first game, suspended, but he had a big game against you guys last year, 17.
Yeah,
what
he's
does
explosive.
What does he bring to them if he does play Saturday?
I mean, a guy that's explosive in the pass game and the run game. I mean, he can change directions. He can move. Anytime he touches the ball, he's electric, and you better keep great leverage on him.
Was Cash as good as just the box score kind of indicated with his number of tackles Saturday?
You know, I thought Cash played a productive game, but he's just like everybody else kind of. It was game one, and there's a ton of things he can do better to play more productive.
What sort of things do you want to see from him?
As the game went on, I thought at times he had high pad level. He's one of the guys that in one of the blitzes, if he hits it correctly and dips his shoulder, he's going to have a TFL. Instead, it goes for 3 yards. And those are the plays that in order to be successful, you got to make, because it puts him in 3rd and long instead of, you know, 3rd and medium, which is huge.
I think all 4 of Felipe Franks' touchdowns in game 1 were off play action. Does that concern you at all?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you push the ball vertically down the field, you have to be prepared for it. You know, and he's a guy, like I said earlier, he's got the arm strength to push it.
Very good.
Thanks, Matt.